Hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. We are going to talk all about May 2023, or whenever you're watching this, I got a really strong message to say to you that it's timeless, and if this is July 2025 or whatever, it's still for you. Don't click away. If this called to you, then it's calling to you for a reason. We're talking a lot about karmic cycles. Spirit guides had a lot to say, so there's a lot of juicy information in this video, no matter what you pick. So grab a coffee or a tea or a blanket, or just get cozy with me as you pick your piles. Don't forget, I also have one-on-one offerings, so those links are below. My membership link is below, and my social media handles. So check out all of that if you're interested. Also, leave a comment, like, subscribe if you're interested. I'm gonna do, like I keep saying, if you're interested. I'm gonna do way more of these videos. These have been so fun, and I love it. So I'm just gonna keep doing them, basically. And yeah, so without further ado, here are the piles you can choose from. All right, so we have 3 piles for you guys today. Pile number 1, number 2, and number 3. Take a second, close your eyes, take a really deep breath, and see which one your intuition is drawn toward. Which one does your heart want you to know the message of? So really make sure that you are embodied and feeling the energy of each one and seeing which one you're drawn to the most. You can pause this video now if you need more time to choose, and timestamps will be below for your pile. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. And I wasn't going to do the cards first, and then they were just screaming at me like, we just need a diving board here. And we got 8 of Swords and Spirit of Cups, which is King of Cups reversed. Okay, so let's hit the mic. I can't see. Okay. So now, immediately the feeling I got, because as soon as I tuned into you, and first of all, as soon as I was about to start this reading, my candle blew out, like it had completed. Not that a wind blew it out, like it was finished. And I thought, ooh, they're definitely at the end of something really big and like starting something new. And I felt like it was something like you're trudging along, and it's like, when is this thing gonna end? You know, it feels like huge personal transformation. Maybe I'm making it sound more dramatic than it is, but that was the first thing that I felt. Then these cards were screaming at me, so I drew those 2. And the instant feeling I got, first I asked, why is Spirit of Cups reversed? And the instant feeling I got was this person, these people, and this is the energy check. So I'm going to say this, and if you're like, this really isn't resonating with me, then maybe a different pile is your pile, okay? So this is the energy check here. This person, you, those of you in pile 1, I feel like you have mastered something. And I feel like it's something emotional. It's something like either you've mastered, maybe you used to be a people pleaser, you used to be really in a lot of toxic codependent relationships, something where you did not have emotional freedom in some way, or maybe you're a huge empath and you would like cry at the drop of a dime, and you were like, I really wish I could control this. So you've done a ton of work. I feel like immense emotional power from you. I feel like you've done a lot. Angels everywhere clapping for you. And the reason it's in reverse is because somewhere inside you, so it could be like consciously you feel this, or it could be subconscious, because I saw a bunch of your past lives. I'm going to tell you about that too. You are at this precipice that you failed at in past lives. Like the push to move into the new version of you is something that you have faltered at many lifetimes, and the confidence is low, okay? So that's why we have the 8 of Swords here. So 8 of Swords is the energy is essentially like, there's so much you can do, but you have a blindfold on. And as you can see from this picture, this person has their hands. So it's like, yeah, you have this blindfold and you can just go like this. But that person doesn't realize that. They think this blindfold is just, this is what I'm working with here. And so these energies together make me feel constricted, make me feel like I want to go out there and like, use my new emotional freedom skills. Like I want to find connections or relationships where there's emotional freedom and everyone can just be themselves and be honest. Like I want to, or whatever it is you want to go, or maybe you got out of like a toxic career and now you're so excited to like get a job where your boss like isn't so mean to you all the time. You know what I mean? It feels like I want to get out. I want to expand. When I tune into you, I so badly want to expand and be like, here I am. And I feel a terror in that inside. So I feel like my brain is like, let's do it. And inside, my subconscious is like, no. And it's because, okay, so now we're going to get into the why here. This is where we bring the Reiki. And so what I'm doing with this Reiki ball is I'm tuning into you. I'm going into the subconscious. I'm asking it, okay, why is this block here? So if this is resonating with you, let's figure out what we're going to do about this. And I am already getting a message that this will be accomplished. So don't feel like it's not, because it's already here. Like, you know, this, if you're watching this, even if you're watching this on the first of the month, it's already here. It's not like, oh, this is happening end of the month and this is like the completion throughout the month. It's already done. All we have to do is pop the bubble, pop the fear bubble. It literally feels like all we have to do is take a needle and like pop that thing, you know? Just pop it. Okay, so yeah. Man, I have a distinct feeling that you are surrounded by people who maybe aren't doing the work as much as you. That's what I'm going to say for this. I'm going to say that, or maybe you have some good, like maybe you have like a few friends that are doing the work or get it, but I feel like you have an emotional intelligence that you have fought for that isn't typical in your surroundings. And almost like, I'm almost getting this feeling of people being like, wow, you've changed, you know, or being like, you think you're better than me. Because some people don't realize they're still kind of in toxic cycles, you know? So I just get this feeling like they're like, or you think that. Because I feel like some of you really are around people who are going to judge you and you're going to have to just kind of go. That's part of this lesson. That's part of like not being emotionally dependent on other people anymore. Is you're like, well, if you feel that way about me, then I guess we're not friends, you know? Or whatever. I guess we're not in a relationship or whatever it is. I know it's hard to like say goodbye. I'm saying it very plainly, but I know it's harder than that. And the other people that are listening or watching this, I really feel like, oh, it's already going down. Oh, okay. So if you're new to my Reiki readings, when my hands start to come back together, it's been heard. Like what I was supposed to say has been satisfied. But they're almost closed. They're not quite closed yet, which tells me that the other side of you, you think people are going to judge you, but they're not. I'm just going to say this. There are quite a few of you watching this right now who you're supposed to do really big things either on social media or in your community or whatever. It feels like you're called to a higher platform, but you're scared of what that's going to mean. You know, they say like sometimes you're afraid of success. It's really like you're afraid of what success is. Oh, another one wanted to come in. You're afraid of what success is going to bring. So now we're in a completely new energy bubble. This is like a completely new thing now. So you're afraid of what the success is going to bring. So again, I feel the judgment. Like I really feel a fear of judgment big time in this energy. Let me tune back in, because also as I'm reading you, I'm finding myself, I'm finding my energy keeps moving outside my body and I have to consciously bring it back down. So I wonder if a lot of you guys also get caught in daydreaming. I just feel like, you know, you guys are very like, eyes to the sky, like, is that a saying? Or like you're among the stars, you know, you're thinking big, you're dreaming big. And just a message coming in of don't forget that those big dreams, you have to pair that with hard work and you have to pair that with patience. And it doesn't just come, right? You have to like, you got to really go for it. And the thing is, I know that you know that. I know that you know that. But I think the fear side of the success, you're seeing that now. The fear of judgment, the fear of being alone, the fear of being on that pedestal and like no one's with me. And there's just, it's already going down. There's just such this message of like, you're not going to be alone, because the people that you leave behind, like, let's say, God forbid, you know, these people like don't really support you and you got to kind of like kick them to the curb, you know, with love. But let's say that happens. There's a whole other group of people that are waiting to be your friends. There's a whole other group of people that like, or whatever, like if it's a romantic relationship or your family or whatever, there's like a whole, there's a whole new community for you. I cannot stress this. Okay, now I want to see, because I know this is supposed to be like for May or for like this whatever month you're watching it. I want to just feel, because it does feel like they're kind of stretching a little further than the month. So I want to say, they're saying it's up to you. It's up to you when you're going to do this. Are you going to listen to me? Are you going to listen to this random lady on the internet right now and go for it? Are you going to pop that fear bubble and just push yourself to be on that stage, whatever it is? Are you going to push yourself and just do it? I'm really thinking about when I was first starting on social media. It's like you have no followers and no subscribers and no like nothing. And is anybody listening? Does anyone care about these videos? You know, you don't know, and then you feel stupid. And then as soon as my TikTok got to like 200K or whatever, then I was like, oh my God, everyone's looking at me. Like, everyone's looking at me, you know? So it's just like, I feel like this is where you're at right now, is like, it's time for your energy to expand, and everyone's looking at me, and I'm not used to this, and I'm not used to like leading in this way. I feel like all of these energies are kind of like around you right now. Okay. So now, so back to May. Okay, so it's up to you when you choose to break this bubble. It's up to you. You can do it. Now, they're really saying to you, they're also saying to you, don't put your financial eggs in one basket. So if this has to do with, I really feel like this is career for a lot of people. It could also be that you're leveling up in the types of people that you date. I'm feeling that for some of you too, like, if you're resonating with that, do not ever settle. Do not settle. I know a lot of people date down so they can feel better about themselves. Do not do that. And if that's you, I'm telling you, don't do it, because I'm feeling your future person, and wow. It's your dream. It's your literal dream. I'm not just saying that. I'm really not just saying that. Oh my God. That message just came in so strong. Like, don't. If you're single and you're in the dating phase right now, do not pick people. There could be this energy of like, they're obsessed with you because you're so cool and awesome and amazing and good looking and just like so smart and the best, right? Of course, they love you. But do you love them? Do you think they're so smart and awesome and good looking and fun and loyal and stable and whatever it is? Like, do you think that about them, or do you just like them because they think that about you? If that's not a message for everybody, but if that's resonating with you, don't, because when you date someone who puts you on a pedestal, that will not last forever. And it's interesting because if this is resonating with you, they're putting you on a pedestal the same way you're putting your dreams on a pedestal. And look what happens. You create resistance. You create a fear bubble. Do not think that's going to happen with them. You know what I'm saying? So don't do that. Find your equal, because they're out there. Oh my God. The reason you haven't found them yet, if this is you, the reason you haven't found them yet is because you need to pop this fear bubble. Like, you need to punch through it. Like, go through it. I really want to see about that. This is not a love reading. Leave a comment if this is resonating with you. I wasn't drawn to love readings before, but maybe I should. This just keeps coming up. So just leave a comment if you're like, I wanted more about the love stuff, and I'll just do like a whole separate one on that. Because I feel a lot of you are in relationships, so I don't want to like say like a million things about that. I'll do like a singles reading, okay? Okay. But I will say everything that needs to be said. So much coming in here. Wow. They're just rooting for you so hard. So yeah, it's really when you choose. Don't put all your financial eggs in one basket. That's what we're getting back to that message. If this is career driven, don't like quit your job and like try to, if your thing is like, well, my earrings are going crazy. If your thing is that you want to be on social media and like have a lot of followers on social media or whatever, make your money there, be an influencer. Like, don't quit your job if you're not monetized yet or you're not making money there yet. Just be smart. Like, don't, because I feel you. I know your dreams. I know you're a big dreamer and you're probably a big risk taker. And don't do that. Like, just be smart. Just be smart, okay? because if you aren't smart about this, then you're going to put pressure on it and you're going to put it on a pedestal again and then you're going to create resistance and then it's not going to happen. Don't do that. Just let your passion, like, be seen and be smart. Okay, so I'll just let you know who you are. Okay. Yeah, so in terms of like when, oh man, I just gotta come back to the love thing one more time. Those of you who are single, ready to mingle, or you've been mingling and you're like, girl, I'm trying to be done mingling. Like, give me my person. They're coming in really strong right now, so I'm just gonna speak it to you. And I'm not feeling anything to do with like masculine, feminine, non-binary. Like, I'm not feeling anything with that, which tells me that there's like a smorgasbord of you watching this right now. So it's just their essence is coming to me. But I do feel that the thing is, like, you guys are going to be ready for each other at literally the same time. So don't think for a second that you're going to miss out. You're not going to recognize them, or like they're not going to recognize you, or like blah, blah. Like, I really feel like, because what you're learning right now is you're learning to be you. You're learning to be more you. And they're learning to be themselves too. So like, and you could also have put a lot of emphasis on looks before, or you've been really like hard on yourself for looks before. And I'm just really feeling like that's not going to be a thing with this connection. I'm literally seeing you guys meeting and this person, you being like, oh yeah, I'm insecure about like my thighs or whatever it is. And that person's like, what? Like, it's blowing their mind that you would think that that was bad. Yeah. They're going to be like, you're crazy for that. Like, you're really crazy for that. That's not making sense to me. They're not even going to be, yeah. They don't shoot. I always get tongue tied when I channel. I can't like think of words, but they don't diminish you by physicality. And Spirit is saying to all of you, even if you're single, not single, no matter what, do not associate with people who diminish you by physicality. If they judge you by your looks, or I don't know, like your clothes, or if you wear makeup or not, or whatever, like, it's so superficial. And honestly, it's such a diss, because you're such a powerful divine being. So it really is such a diss to judge someone by the way that they look, because it's like nothing. It's literally nothing, you know? Okay. There's so much coming in. I'm trying to decide if I want to do the cards now. No, I think I want to do one more message and then I want to do the cards. Okay. Man, I think quite a few of you have an issue with a scattered mind, thinking a lot of things at one time. Again, I just keep, my body keeps going like this, like my consciousness keeps going like this, and I have to keep like bringing it back down. So I really think if you guys are into crystals, get some like darker, like a smoky quartz, like a big, thick, juicy one, smoky quartz, and just like sit with it and ground with it, or like shungite or black tourmaline's a really good one. And it doesn't matter the sizes. It's like the energy needs to be like thick and juicy, you know, but the size can be even like a little pocket stone. Yeah, just like, breathe. Yeah. Okay. Connect with that energy. Also, red crystals. Like, I'm seeing red jasper, really hardcore for you. Actually, really hardcore for you. Okay. No. That was the complete message for that. Okay, amazing. Let's get into the cards. Now, this is the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot, if you're interested. I am shuffling these cards on top of a keyboard, like a music keyboard. So sometimes they go flying and then I'm like, oh shoot. Oh, you have your spirit guides. Wait a minute. This is funny. Oh, your spirit guides are so particular. Are you particular? Are you like, things have to be just so? Like, this needs to happen exactly the way I want it to happen. If that's you, that's energy I'm getting from a lot of your spirit guides right now. It like needs to be particular because they were just like micromanaging me. And so if that's you, this is part of your karma for May, because if you're wanting this to like take off like a rocket and like, now I want to be on the stage and I want to be like, hello, it's me world. It is as simple as that, but it also requires patience, because just because you're like being seen right now, like the people that are seeing you, like they need to, they're around too. Okay, so we have a lot of pentacles here, so I'm going to go ahead and take that as a confirmation of why in the earlier part of the reading I kept talking about career. We have 10 of pentacles right side up. We have 7 of... Okay, so look at this, okay? So just look at this. Okay, we have... And I did shuffle these, by the way, you saw. So 6, 7, and 10 of pentacles, okay? So... this is a story. This works together as a story. Yes, the 10 of Pentacles is here. So this is the message coming in. Yes, the 10 of Pentacles is here. Yes, it's already yours. But what this is not, it's not, okay. Let me get my thoughts together. So 6 and 7, these are huge. Maybe these are your lucky numbers, some of you. These are huge numbers for you this month. Why can't I ever get this to like, okay. These are huge numbers for you this month. 6 of Pentacles is the energy of giving and receiving. And I'm really feeling like it's giving and receiving with you and your people. I'm feeling like locate the real ones in your life, because there are also a lot of non-real ones, and you know who those ones are too. And you got to snip those ones. Okay. So then there's real ones in your life. Gather those real ones. Let those real ones know how much you love them and how much you care about them, and like form that strong bond with them. Why? Because right now, when you're in this energy of what I'm feeling from you, like going out of my body, then I have to come back in my body. This is an energy of I prefer outside my body than inside my body, which means I don't feel connected. That's always what that means for me. So in order to feel more connection, just cherish your loved ones so much. Give to them. You don't have to like give them money or whatever, but like let them know how much you care about them, right? That is like the best form of giving you can possibly do, is like calling them up and just telling them how much you care about them. Or maybe you want to like get them a little gift, or maybe you want to have them over to your house. You want to have a little like cute little tea party or something. You know what I mean? Just like let these people know how much you care about them, because they care about you a lot. And I feel like a lot of you guys have been really busy in your lives and you have been ignoring them and not really like telling people how much you love them. I just feel that some of you, not everyone, but I feel some of you have been ignoring that aspect and just maybe taking people for granted a little bit. Don't do that. Like ground down and really let the people, the real ones, let them know that they're the real ones, because anyone can get sick of your shit and leave you. You know what I'm saying? So don't let that happen. And then the 7 is cultivation. So that's why I think these are so linked for you, because the 6, giving and receiving, like giving that energy, and whatever energy you give, you always get that back. You always get that back. And they're telling me in my ear, you get that back tenfold. 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So they're telling you this is already yours in the ether. This 10 of Pentacles, it's already yours. Everything you're dreaming about, all the abundance and the wealth and all that stuff, it's already yours in the ether, but you need to be the funnel to bring that through into the 3D. And the only way you can do that is through love and opening they're calling your heart space your love portal. So you have to open your love portal. So that's why letting people know how much you care about them is a really good way to do that. Okay. And so then that's how this starts to materialize. So think of 6 and 7 of Pentacles. Think of this as like, this is your yellow brick road to the 10. All right side up. They were all right side up, which is really, really awesome. Okay. And that's also going to help don't forget your King of Cups was reversed. So that's also going to help correct that, because King of Cups reversed is like moody and I don't have time for this right now, and really touchy. And, you know, obviously we love some sensitive royalty here. I'm a Cancer. I love sensitive people. But sometimes we get so sensitive that people are like, I can't even say anything to you anymore. You know? So I'm just saying, if that's you, then we got to calm it down. Okay? So I love you. But sometimes you just need your fairy godmother to tell you the truth. Okay, and so the Seven of Pentacles is that cultivation. So you're cultivating your name. I really feel like you're cultivating your name. And we also have the Nymph of Pentacles, by the way, too, which is like I think it's the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. So, yeah. No. Hold on. I think or maybe it's the Page. I always know the energy. Okay, you know what? It doesn't matter. They're literally yelling at me. They're like, it doesn't matter. So anyway, the energy of this card is what we're going off of. And the energy of this card, as I'm feeling it for you, is like, I'm letting go of what I think I need to be doing right now. I'm letting go of this is the way it has to be. Like I said earlier, like it has to be this. I'm letting go of all that. And you know what? I'm going to frolic. I'm just going to do what makes me happy and makes me excited. I'm going to go with my passion. I'm going to just do what my passion tells me to do, and I'm going to do it. And I'm going to stop being so type A and uptight. And you know what I'm saying? There's a theme going on here. And he's like, just go for it. Like, just do it, and don't put it on a pedestal. Don't put it on a pedestal, okay? That's like the huge message coming in here. Do not put what you desire on a pedestal, because it will always evade you and you'll always feel like you're not worthy of it. You have to think of it as your equal. Okay, so final message coming in here is you need to write down everything that you are desiring, that you're wanting to bring into your life. That it's like you're so good at like knowing like your dreams, you know, your dream life. So if you want to bring the portal 5D, the portal to bring it into 3D, what you have to do is you have to embody that so deeply, but you have to attach love to it. So a lot of people, they're like, I want to make $1 million, right? But that's only greed energy, because that's like the brain saying that. And so what? You have $1 million, now what? You don't have any better friends. You don't have any more fun. You don't have any deeper love. So like, what's the freaking point? Like, you can't buy that with money, you know? So it's like, it's not to demonize money. It's more just to say, if your dream is like, I want 100K followers or whatever, why? What's the feeling you're going to get from that? So reverse engineer, go to the feeling. Feel like, what feeling do I want in my life? Do I want to feel accomplished? Do I want to feel successful? Do I want to feel, grounded? Do I want to feel deep love? Like, that is first. And then you look at your list of all of your goals that you have in your life and you decide which one of those is the embodiment of that. That's how you do this, okay? And then I think you're going to find that some of your goals maybe like aren't really your goals after all. Do you know what I'm saying? Whew! Okay. All right. Is there anything else? Does that make sense about the manifestation stuff? Because if you're obsessed with you want a thing to work out a certain way, I know so many people who are like, I want this exact partner. I want them to be like this. And then they get that and they realize that person sucks. You know what I'm saying? So, and then they get married to them and they stay with them because they're like, they don't want to admit that they manifested incorrectly, or that they actually don't want that after all. They don't want to admit that because they were so like adamant about it. So don't be like that, you know? Let love bring to you all of your greatest desires, and don't be surprised if those desires might be a little different than what you first thought, but are like so amazing and you're so happy about it. Okay, this was your reading. Private readings, link below for private readings, and follow me on my Instagram. And then there's also a crystal page Instagram you can follow. I post new crystals every so often, so you can follow all those. Like, subscribe, comment for engagement. Please, would love you if you did that. Love you so much, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye-bye. Hey, Pile 2, welcome to your reading. I want to do an energy check just right away to make sure this is your pile. The energy that what I got from you, or for this pile, is, first of all, just the sweetest person. Like, so not to say you don't have a sassy side, but like your essence. I'm talking about like your soul, your essence is like, I just feel like you're someone who you're like, why can't everyone just get along? It feels like this energy. I felt instantly a wound of, why is everybody so mean? Why does everyone have to be so mean? Why does everyone have to hate? Why does everyone have to, it's almost like, why are you guys giving in to this like anger, you know? It's almost petty. It's like, but I feel like you're at the point in your development where you just don't understand why. And I feel like it's really weighing on you a lot. And I almost feel like it's constricting you. Okay, so if this is resonating with you so far, this is your pile. If not, then another one is definitely your pile. Go check it out. But it feels constricting. It feels like when you see that anger, when you feel that, when you see people getting perturbed and like you're just like, why? And then it feels like it's coming at you. So this is the first so for May, okay, this reading for May 2023 or whenever you're watching this. So the first message here for this month is you are developing a thicker skin. And I think you already have a really thick skin, by the way. But I think this is the process of the soul over a period of multiple lifetimes. Oh, so this is not like just one life. This is like lifetimes. Is first the soul is just source. So it's like everything's great and I love it. It's amazing. And then it goes to some lives and then it sees like that this is crazy town over here. And then it sees cruelty for the first time and like pain for the first time. And it's like, oh my God. And it just like plummets into darkness basically. And then it gets stuck in darkness. Then slowly over time, and this is like, I'm way shortening this. This is like a way longer video some other time. But then it starts to remember the light. And the whole thing is that at first the soul thought that light was, that it didn't need to be strong because it's just light. I'm just light, and that's it. But on the human plane, on the 3D plane, we can't just be light because there are negative energies here that want to take advantage of people that think of everyone in the best light. You know, people who always give the benefit of the doubt, always giving at the cost of themselves. So this is the number one message for you for May is like, you're at that part now where you went through all that darkness in whatever, I feel like in like past lives, you went through like you've learned a bunch of darkness and now you incarnated into this life with all of those scars of like, I have seen just carnage beyond measure. And it's just like this, why does this it's like a combination of I'm so over this and also I'm so bothered by this. And so what I'm really feeling like with thickening the skin this month is, what about you? What do you want? How do you want to feel? It doesn't matter. Yeah, all these people are off their rockers, okay? It's true. This is crazy. It's literal crazy town happening right now. And so many people are perturbed by so many things and fighting about, well, just like what, I'm not even gonna like get into it, but just fighting about things that don't matter, okay? And just to fight and just hating people for no reason. And even though they think there's a reason, but anyway, there's just a lot of stuff that your soul is coming to understand about pettiness and about being triggered and traumas and all that stuff. And the message for you is this thickening of the skin really is, you can't let these people into your world anymore. Like, don't watch it. Don't hear about it. I mean, unless it's like directly happening at you, that's a different story. Well, that's a totally different story. But I'm just getting a sense that you're like reading the news and you're maybe, I don't know, watching like politics on YouTube or whatever, you know, you're watching these things, you're hearing about these atrocities and people fighting about all this stuff and hating people for what they choose to do with their lives, or, you know what I mean? It just, try to limit it as much as you can. Even if you can, you might need to take a step back from social media for a second, or just limit it, or unfollow people that you get. Okay, there's a really strong message coming in of when you start to feel your heart going like this, when you start to feel like, I'm feeling unsafe, and that for you will turn into like whatever. It could turn into like, I'm scared, I want to hide, or it could turn into anger. Okay, so either way it's turning into that. The root is, I feel unsafe around people with dysregulated nervous systems and people who don't take control of their own emotional state, and so they blame it on somebody else, and they try to look for things to be angry at and to hate so that they don't have to be introspective. Okay, that's like the whole deal. And what you need to understand, and this is like, I really hope you're down the rabbit hole with spirituality, because I'm about to say something like really cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs here if you're not, but those people are not fully themselves in those moments. If you've ever seen someone get so angry that it's like their eyes, it's like that's not even a person anymore, that's because that's not a person anymore for that moment. There are a lot of negative energies on this earth who attach to people who are having unhinged emotional experiences so that they can feed off that energy. You know, it's not like they're intentionally whatever. They're just an energy, and that's their energy, and they want to feed off that energy. So they find people who want to feel powerful, and they make them feel powerful by anger. And then they feed off that, okay? So that's why people like that, it's really tough for them to not be like that anymore, because they get a sense of power from it, and they feel so powerless that it becomes a drug. And so what you're learning in May, or whenever you're watching this, is that you need to let those people go through their experiences. So maybe I'm also getting, maybe for some of you, these are family members. You need to walk the fine line of letting them have those experiences, but drawing a very strong boundary when those experiences hurt you. Okay? So if you have a family member that may be like unchecked mental illness or like whatever, you know, we can't make people help themselves, but we can say, you know, I respect you, I love you, but if you're going to talk to me like that, then we can't talk anymore, you know, something like that. So that might be hard. As soon as I said that, my whole heart went like this. That may be hard to do because you may be afraid of the reaction, but this is like that. Okay. Also, I feel like you are very strongly, well, there's quite a different few of you, but in any case, the Fae is drawn to you. The Fae is drawn to you. I don't know if you know about the Fae or interested in the Fae. That I'm very Fae, which is why I always have these and this and like all that. I'm very Fae lover. And Fae are drawn to people who still have that deep, it's like you didn't lose that source love, but your soul is still learning to be strong enough to hold your ground in the third dimension. Okay, wait, Reiki needs to come in here. So if you're unfamiliar, so the Reiki part of it, I judge the size and the veracity of the lesson by how much my hands want to go apart, but my hands are staying together, which is saying to me, I'm saying it correctly and there's nothing to correct per se. Okay, so that's the first thing, okay, is that's what you're being called to do in May, is just getting stronger and stronger. And you've already had to be really, really strong in your life, I feel. And it's like be more, even more. Okay. How do I want to feel? How is this person making me feel? Do I like that? Do I not like that? You know, some of you guys may be in relationships where you're not being treated so nicely. I'm not saying break up, but I'm saying speak. Throat chakra. I'm saying stimulate your throat chakra. Blue crystals. You need baby blue crystals, like light blue. What am I seeing? What crystal is that? Oh my gosh, I even have a crystal shop and I like can't. Angelite. I knew it would come out of my mouth. Angelite. Put angelite on your throat. Because I feel like you are angelite. That's what's crazy. I feel like you are angelite. I feel like you're like, I literally feel like a mermaid or like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel you're such a like soft, loving energy. I love it. And so you may not like that you kind of have to bring this like, you know, but your soul needs to understand that you're on the earth, honey. This is a chaotic wasteland and you need to survive. It's like Mad Max. You know what I'm saying? We need to survive in this craziness. So you can't, unfortunately, I'm so sorry, you can't be like Enya and just like go off to her castle in like wherever, Ireland, Scotland, like wherever she lives and just be with her cats and like don't talk to people. I mean, maybe if you come across like millions of dollars, you can do that. But I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you're not coming across millions of dollars just yet. Well, I don't know. Maybe you are. But the message I'm feeling for you is the answer is not to run away. The answer is to stand your ground and deal with it. And let me tell you something, you're going to feel so good when you do that. You're going to lay it down, so whatever this is, if this is a person you know, or if this is just you watching stuff on TikTok and getting like all like riled up or whatever, literally this, like, no, I will not do this anymore. I'm not going to do this anymore. Okay, something else is coming in now. So yeah, lay your boundaries, speak. Say, I don't want to be talked to that way. I won't be talked to that way. And you're so loving. I feel like that's why, if you're worried about like some sort of retaliation, I feel like it only results in fighting when both people want to fight. If you don't want to fight, but you have to fight, that's a lot different than two people wanting to fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm really feeling like it's not going to be a problem. The person will be like, they might be stunned. They might be like, now listen, they might like, you know, be a little baby about it, but I don't think there's going to be like, I don't think it's going to be as scary as you thought is all I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? But do what you think is right always. But if your soul is saying, I need to draw a boundary here, then okay. Oh, yeah, we need the cards. Okay, so now this is the second part of this, is doing the cards. When I grabbed these to do your pile, I immediately was like, this person is extremely psychically gifted and they're definitely not using it to the full potential because the weight of being an emotional prisoner is too much. So emotional prisoner is when you're afraid of people's reactions, you tiptoe around people, you kind of like cater to them, mommy them, daddy that, whatever. You know, you are parent to them. When you do that, you become an emotional prisoner to them and they control you energetically. They don't know that, but like energetically, that's kind of what's happening. So that's why when you lay the boundary down, what's going to happen is your psychic gifts are going to explode. Okay. I'm seeing so many things here. Okay. Let's get some cards because I'm seeing so many things here. Do I want this one? No. Give me face up. I like when they're, thank you. Okay, so we have surrender. It flew across the room, by the way. These are like your guides. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to take this one. Wait, I'm not going to tell you yet. Okay, hold on. There's one. Oh, they want me to just pick it. There's one more. The Fae are so annoying sometimes. Okay. Sorry I dissed you, Fae. Okay. So, hold on. All right. So, you have surrender, the revolutionary. Okay, sorry that this is like not the sharpest image here. But then the one I freaked out about is The Alchemist. So, and this is you. This is you. Okay. I just want to shake you. Okay, good thing that we're not in the same room. I'd be like, listen. No, I wouldn't actually do that. I'm just kidding. But, wait, I want this one too. What's this one? Oh, Transmute. This is a deck. This is the Lumen Threads of Fate Lumen edition, if you're interested. Okay. Oh my gosh. You need to get back into meditation. You're not doing it that much. I feel like you're doing it a little bit. You need to do more. You need to do I just want to be real with you. I feel like a lot of you guys are doing like the floofy type meditation where you just try to like think happy thoughts. And that's not what we're talking about here. I think that's why they wanted me to pull Transmute, because we're trying to do really complex alchemy of emotions. Okay. We're trying to do really complex revolution of your life. Look at this, holding the torch. Like holding the torch and just being like, you're leading the charge, you're leading the charge. And who knew? Because, a few years ago, you would have been in the back of the line being like, oh my gosh, I don't want to fight. You know what I mean? And now you're leading the charge. And that's who you really are. And and some of you guys have forgotten that. Some of you guys are still like, just in here and like, because you're scared of the world. And why wouldn't you be? Obviously. Like, this place friggin' is crazy. So I get it. But now it's like time to ignite the fire. And it's time to... Now, I want to tell you about the surrender card, because I know it seems like... It's even funny, too, because the rest of these are all the same color. But, well, they're all the same color. And then this one is a completely separate color, which is kind of funny, and because it also is the exact opposite feeling. Now, what they're saying is the surrender is not surrender to other people. The surrender is you are like, basically you're changing, you're alchemizing how you see pain. Emotional pain is not something to be avoided, because that's when you become an emotional prisoner. Emotional pain, you need to like expand to allow yourself to become pain. Like I said that weird. You need to allow yourself to see that pain is part of growth. Think about going to the gym. If you said, I'm only going to do exercises where I don't feel any pain, well, then guess what? You're not going to hypertrophy in any way. You're not going to gain any muscles, because quite literally the process of ATP. Okay, I used to be a personal trainer. Okay, so quite literally the process of growing a muscle is the muscle has to rip. The muscle has to rip in order to expand. That's the only way. And it's the same with an emotional landscape of a psychic person. Yeah, well, and anybody, but everyone's psychic. But a lot of people don't know they're psychic. You have to rip to expand, to let the soul part of you, the intuitive part of you, the psychic part of you come inside you. Okay, it sounded really weird. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? To like move within, okay? You need to have room for it. If you don't have room for it, it's not going to come in. It can't come in, okay? I'm really like, I feel like I'm embodying your spirit guides right now, being like, what are you doing? We can't work with you if you're going to hide, honey. Okay. And I feel like the alchemist, it's more than just emotions. It's just, that's May. So this is your May, is like alchemizing, transmuting negative emotions, not by like sitting down and trying to hide from the world and trying to like meditate until they go away, but standing up, being like this. And I feel like too, this is like, maybe you're backing down from the life that you want. Maybe you're backing down from like a boss that's crazy, or like you're backing down or whatever. I'm not saying fight your boss, but ask yourself, like, what is my worth here? What's my value here? And am I asking for my value? Am I asking for my worth? Or am I not? Only you know the answer to that. This one's really calling me. One more. This one's really calling me. Release. Release. This is the old you. This is the old you. Oh. This is the old you. Release the old you. Let it go. Let it go. The old you that's scared, the old you that doesn't go for it, the old you that, you know what I'm saying? Like, let it go. Let it go. Become this, who you actually are. That's the thing. This is who you actually are. Who you actually are is the revolutionary, is that this badass, like, just royalty energy, it just, that's you. And you got lost and you got stuck, and it's okay, because now you can frolic and expand. It's okay that you got stuck. We all get stuck. That's the whole point. 3D is literally like walking through quicksand. I mean, your 8D self or whatever you were before you came here would say that this is like walking, like, it's just like crazy. And that's the way it is. And that's what the 3D experience is. But the other side of it is that you're never going to expand more than you will in a 3D body. Those who choose to take the experience, they expand more than you can possibly imagine. I'm telling you. Push yourself. So whatever is causing you to be an emotional prisoner, so again, maybe it's a someone, maybe it's a something, maybe it's social media, maybe it's your job, maybe it's whatever it is, in whatever way you're feeling trapped, whenever way you're feeling capped like this, okay? Whatever way you're feeling like that, May or whatever month you're watching this, it's time to break that. It's time. And if you don't do it now, then when are you going to do it? Because it's been forever, okay? Oh my gosh. So good. Let me see if there's anything else that wants to be said. I was trying to say this offhand. If any of you are under the age of 18 watching this and you're like, I don't have a job and like, I can't quit school, whatever, then in that case, it's just a matter of understanding your emotional landscape. It's understanding your triggers. It's understanding how you feel when certain people talk to you, and just asking yourself, like, how do I feel about that? And you know what I mean? Because I know that just popped in my head because, obviously if you're like 16 and you're like, yeah, I feel like a prisoner in my house, but I can't leave. Well, yeah, obviously. But in that, I don't know, I still feel like speak. You can say to someone like, hey, that really hurt my feelings, It's powerful. It's really powerful to say that. You're allowed to say that. This is for everybody now. You're allowed to say that. You're allowed to say, hey, this isn't working for me. Hey, this really hurt my feelings. Hey, I want to work on this with you, but I need you to know the ways that you've hurt me. Talk about power. Talk about power. Okay. Are we complete? Okay, one final message. For anyone who is worried about money, if you're in a tight, if part of this is like financial constraint, what's the message here? Withdraw. Oh, okay. I pulled this card for that answer. They're saying, don't worry about that. Well, easier said than done. They're saying that is the 3D manifestation of a much deeper 5D problem. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like that. Don't hyper focus on that. Obviously, like, do what you need to do to improve that. But as far as energy goes, move back within yourself and fix the deeper hole, which is the emotional prisoner energy. And that's going to correcting that will lead you to other things. So like when you correct that, then maybe you like ask for that raise you have been wanting. You know what I'm saying? Or you correct that and suddenly this new job opportunity opens up and it's like 20K more a year. You know what I mean? So they're saying it's something like that, where when you when you become free emotionally, then your eyes start seeing other opportunities, your ears start hearing other opportunities. So you still execute it, but like you'll be open to more because you will know you deserve more deep within yourself. Okay? That's what this whole thing is like culminating to. Wow, pile 2, thank you so much for being here with me. If you want to book a private reading, okay, now you do have to be over 18 to book a private reading, just letting you know. So links below. Follow me on Instagram. Links below for that too. Like, subscribe, comment, please, for engagement. Would love that so much. Would love to hear what you think about this reading. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, pile 3, welcome to your reading. It could be that you were drawn to another pile besides this one. I'm not going to say, well, because it doesn't matter, but it almost feels like this feels like supplemental energy for a lot of you. It feels like this and another one where you're reading. So if that's the case, go see if, in addition to this one, another one was calling you. So that's number 1. Number 2, so let's do an energy check to make sure that this is your reading. So instantly I got Leo and Mars. That type of energy, like hot, fiery, kind of like headstrong, kind of, I actually don't know if that's Leo. Maybe that's more like Taurus, but, or Aries. But I definitely got this sense of like leader, number 1. I see Leo energy as like the sun, you know, like nothing shines brighter than the sun, like in our solar system. And I don't know if this might sound weird, but I don't know if you're kind of like, this is a weird way to say it, but just maybe the leader in your friend group or like or in whatever kind of group you're in, a career or whatever, just like it feels like leader energy, and like you're down to get in the nitty gritty and like fight, and not fight people, but like fight for yourself, like fight for, things you want. It feels like very drastic energy from other piles, but that's why I said I wonder if those ones are still for you, because I do feel that you are this, but then you also have a really sensitive side that gets ignored because you're too busy being on the front lines. So that's why I said that. So after you're done with this one, then see if other one was calling to you, because I do feel, and we have fire underneath. Oh my God, that's really funny. I love when that happens. Okay. So I do want to do the Reiki part first though. So hold on a second. Oh man. Are you guys, this might not be for everybody, but if you are interested in working with interdimensional species, like if you're a channel or you want to be a channel, now listen, it doesn't mean they move into your body and they talk for you. That is a type of channeling, but that's not the only type. Like I'm also channeling right now, and I'm still Mina. If you're interested in that, I am feeling like a knock on the door interdimensionally. Whoa, you're getting a really big message. This is, okay. The earth is changing, and part of your soul is feeling a major call to fight, to help people, to lift people up. I feel like champion energy, like you are the champion gladiator, like kind of this, like that Mars. But then I also feel another part of you is like, I just want to rest. Like, why do I have to fight? Why can't someone else be a champion? Why can't someone else be a hero for once? And the thing is that the reason why you feel that way is because you just step right into the ring and you don't even give another person an opportunity to step up. And I wonder if for some of you, this is also happening in your private lives, like maybe with your partner or with your family or your friends or your coworkers, where, yeah, you wish someone else would step up, but you're not giving anyone else a place on the podium. Where are they supposed to step up to? You know what I'm saying? It's funny because I feel like I'm talking to you the way that maybe you talk to people. Or like I'm talking to you the way you talk to yourself. Like, okay, I got to do, like, let's go, But now it's like, yeah, but we got to calm it down a little bit. I feel like your May is about water energy. It's about like, and hello, I'm a Cancer, welcome. This is complete water energy channel here. This feels like, I feel like you've got to have some like really strong fire placements. This is like a lot. Yeah. I want to sit with this for like 1 second longer here because yeah. So that's the first message is let other people shine. And that doesn't mean you're not shining. It's like, let other people show you that they're capable also. And you may be in the point of your life where you have taken a step back and you're like, well, no one's stepping up. What do you mean, Mina? No one's stepping up. And that's when you speak. And that's why I really think you're also meant for another pile, because I said this exact message in another pile. Throat chakra. Activate your throat chakra. Speak. Sometimes we become a warrior and just do it because really we're so afraid to ask someone else for help and then get rejected that we'd rather just do it ourselves. I think also sometimes you do it yourself because you think the other person's going to do it wrong. But I think in your case, it's like, I feel like a wounded warrior within you. I feel like you are afraid to say, hey, can you help me? Because what if that person says no and lets you down? It's almost like I'd rather not know that you're about to let me down. I'm just not going to ask. And that is a very lonely feeling. And May or whatever month you're watching this, that's not your deal anymore. It's time to embrace what possible loneliness can come from this. And this is where we play with the energy. Now listen, this is where we play with the energy of, I have a belief system that this is going to cause me to be lonely, and I'm going to push anyway. Because what you're going to find is that is an illusion. Now, here's the trick. Okay, so you need to move toward the feeling of the fear of loneliness and let yourself embody that feeling, because some people are going to let you down. You're going to find some people do let you down. And so you do need to be prepared for that. And I'm really strongly feeling that a lot of people are going to be really happy that you asked for help. I think a lot, especially those of you who are in a relationship and you don't ask for help. I feel like a lot of you guys, I feel like a lot of your partners are like really, really like good, kind people. And they're going to be like, I would gladly step up. Like, I would gladly do that for you. And you're going to be like, even if you've taken a step back and you're like, they're not rising up. Some people literally need it spelled out. And I know that's annoying, but some people need it spelled out. And you need to spell it out. And I don't think they'll always need it spelled out. I think that this is your karmic lesson to speak. Sometimes people act out of character purely so that the other person can learn a lesson. For example, I was working at this job before and my boss messed up pretty bad. And as a result, I wasted many hours of my time on something. And it's not like her at all to do that. And this was a long time ago. It was not like her at all to do that, but it happened. And I knew right away, all of this happened, this miscommunication happened literally so that I could learn that times when you feel like someone lets you down, you have to let them know that they let you down. So I went up to her office and I said, hey, I know that it's not your fault, but I do need to communicate that I'm really frustrated about this because I spent a lot of time on this. And so I need you to acknowledge that this sucked for me, basically. And she was like, I know, I'm so sorry. And I could tell that it was really hard for her to admit that she had messed up like that, but she did it. She stepped up and she did it. And we had a really good work relationship after that. Okay. So, but sometimes people are going to be like, well, whatever. Like, I don't have time for that. You can't ask people to expand emotionally. They have to do it themselves, but you can give them the opportunity and the invitation. Because a lot of people just need the invitation. And trust me, you will be surprised sometimes at the people who want the invitation and they want to accept the invitation that's given to them, but they probably wouldn't have taken it otherwise. So I think your May is a lot about bringing in water, bringing in more like flow, bringing in more rest, more grounding. I know it's getting warmer outside, but I do think like eating root vegetables in a stew. I know it's warm outside and that might be weird to eat that, but I am craving that for you. It's just like, root vegetables. So it doesn't have to be in a stew, I guess, but I'm just picturing like hearty and rich and like grounding foods. I want you to eat hearty, rich, grounding foods. Don't eat spicy foods. Now, listen, I actually am a certified nutrition coach, but this is not nutrition advice because I don't actually know any of you. But so take it or leave it if it resonates. But what I'm feeling for you is no spicy, just thick and rich and grounding, and like carrots and sweet potato and just, yeah, root. I want to eat it right now. Yeah. Oh, hearty, just hearty, like potato and just, yeah. Oh my gosh, just like nourish that. As I'm imagining myself eating that as you, I'm feeling, suddenly I realized how starving I was. What's that song that Haley Seinfeld or whatever her name is? I didn't realize I was starving till I tasted you. It's like that. Like you didn't know how much you were starving until you gave yourself what you needed. Don't be afraid to let others take the lead for a second. It doesn't mean you're a subordinate. It doesn't mean you're being soft. It doesn't mean there's nothing wrong with any of that, but it doesn't mean just this. A lot of your frustrations and a lot of your fire is because you're so frustrated that other people don't step up. So you had to step up. So that's why it's like, just do it. Okay. Oh, money's coming up. Okay, what's the deal with money here? I'm feeling big time money. Because instantly my hands went like really far away from each other. Sorry, I know I move around a lot, and so the audio is always uneven. I can't help it though. I get fidgety when I do these readings. Okay. You got to root down. You need to do grounding meditation. You need to do, what is Shakti meditation or Shakti dancing? Or I just heard that and I know it's right. I don't actually know what that is. So I guess I can't like actually endorse that. I just heard it before, but I don't know what it is and I don't remember what it is. Okay. So I was meant to say that for some of you. Go Google it. I'm in your reading. That's why I'm not going to Google it right now. Okay. So that could be a thing for you. But I'm just feeling like release your pelvic situation. Like do like Kundalini yoga, release your root, release your sacral. There's just a lot trapped in there. The energy is not flowing in there. And it's because you're always in action and you're never like sitting. Like I'm seeing the temperance card of sitting by the riverbank and just like filling up your little water jug thing and just knowing that the water always runs. The water's always running through here. That's such a message for you. Energy's always flowing. You don't need to because I feel like there's more with money. There's something with, let me get what this is. I just feel like you're burning money. There's two types of people that are watching this right now. One type of person is spending a lot, is literally burning through money because it's all this root energy of like, I have to do because I can't sit still, because if I sit still, then people are going to let me down and nothing's going to get done. And that whole thing. You think if you sit still, like your world's going to stop turning in some way. And it's not true. That's literally not true. Okay. Unequivocally. And so you're wasting money. So either you're wasting money that way, or because you're spinning your hamster wheel so quickly, you're not realizing this really big opportunity to your right-hand side. And for me, when I see something from the left, it's in the past. And when I see something from the right, it's in the future. And I see this in the right. It's in the, but I see it's now though. You could like turn your head right now, honey, and look at that. Do it. Man, because you could really use that extra money. And you deserve it. Because you've been working really hard. In all ways. Yeah. Okay, so what do you have to do? You have to, root vegetables, grounding stones, like light blue, like calm yourself, light blue stones, or dark crystals are grounding crystals, but light blue is also like very calming, because also the throat chakra, you need that throat chakra, sacral, and root chakra. I feel like are all pretty blocked, and I don't feel an energy flow that much there. And I feel like it's due to fear of, if I slow down, then things aren't going to happen. And that's just literally not true at all. So I also am getting a huge message of, don't look at screens 2 or 3 hours before bed. I'm not even going to try. 3 hours is optimal. 2 hours is required. Okay. So no screens 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Journal, read an actual book. Do something with paper, like read a book, journal. Or I guess you can do you can do those old school Kindles or whatever that don't have the backlight, but don't do anything that's going to have like that LED or like that blue light. Don't do any of that, because that's also like hyping you up. I feel like that's hyping your energy. Don't do that. Oh man, I'm even seeing like have candles as your light and read a book and just be calm and drink like chamomile tea and just reflect on your life and how much you have and how much you've done and who you are. Just slow down and do that. Yeah, that's my hands came back together. So that's that part of the message. Oh my gosh. Okay. So now let's get into some cards here. I feel like you are old soul, which is funny because normally I associate old soul with more like water, but I just feel like you suffered a lot in your past lives, like a lot of suffering. And then you decided, I can't sit here and cry anymore. I gotta like get up. I gotta freaking change this. I'm seeing gladiators. Like I swear to God, I feel like you were a gladiator in your past life or some equivalent of that, because I see you like as a warrior fighting and knowing, I'm getting a specific vision, many of you, in some type of like warrior for sport, where you look up in the stands and you see, I'm getting a huge chill, and you see the people that you want to impress. You see whoever, like the emperor, the whoever, and you are like, I'm gonna do this. Like, I'm gonna shine because I have no other choice. Because I'm definitely not gonna die today. Like I see, I'm definitely not gonna die today. That kind of energy, and then you just slay the heck out of whatever it is you're fighting. And then you look back up at them and you're like, and I'll do it again tomorrow. Like it just, and then the crowd's going wild, just like you are like the hero. Like I really feel like, I feel this Bellerophon energy. Do you know the story of Bellerophon? Very quickly. He rode Pegasus to slay, I think it was the Chimera, to slay, whatever, it's the beast, whatever beast it was. I think it was the Chimera. He slayed the beast, and he was a hero, and he was only like 20 or something, then he was really young. And Zeus had made Pegasus to help him, right? And so, because he was like this war, and like the gods always wanted to like help the humans. They picked a champion. So like Athena had like picked Bellerophon, and she was like, all right, my dad made you this horse. Like, let's do this. I think it was Zeus that made him. So anyway, so then fast forward, he's like 50 or whatever, and he can't give up the glory days. He's too old. His wife is like, just calm down. We have these kids. We're together. Like, just calm down. And he can't, because he's obsessed with like living his glory days. And then he's pissed at the gods for like, not inviting him to Olympus. And so he gets on Pegasus and he's like, we're storming Olympus right now. So he like goes up and he's going, and Zeus and Athena and everyone, they're telling him like, turn around. And he's like, no. And he keeps going. And then Zeus creates a Magfly that goes and burrows itself in like under Pegasus's tail and causes him to buck Bellerophon off of him. And then he like falls and dies. So it's like, the moral of the story is you're still living those glory days in a sense, but now it's hurting you. And so now it's like, you are older and wiser. I think that's why I got this like wise energy from you. You're older and wiser now. And it's not your glory days anymore in that way. It's your glory days in a different way, because guess what? The glory days now are the people who can be calm, the people who can be absolute trusting in the earth. Okay. Also, whenever my nose gets really itchy, it's because it's a really powerful message that needs to be said. Because that is the glory days now, is like those who can absolutely divinely trust the process and trust in their destiny, and trust that, yes, as soon as I take a step back and I'm not like constantly doing anymore and trying to like be the one anymore, then yeah, people are going to fall away. I'm going to feel alone sometimes. Yeah, that's going to happen, but it's only an interim period. That's not like forever. You have to feel kind of that loneliness and like the betrayal and the upset and like the resentment and all that stuff. You do have to feel all that, but then it comes to something. It's like, then you just feel like you're sitting on the ground and you're like, and I'm so strong and sturdy because I have me and I'll never lose me. Never, ever will I lose me. And then your life rebuilds, and like the coolest people ever, you start meeting them. And then you're like, oh my God, if I would have known I was going to meet you, I would have dropped off that other person a long time ago. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see what other cards. I feel like May for you is like a huge revolution of like, it's a huge upheaval if you want it to be. This is all like optional. You don't have to do any of this, but I feel like it's a huge upheaval. And if you want, like you can really, oh, wow. Okay. Oh, stop it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. You got a lot of cards came out, which normally I'm like, I don't like that because that's too general. But in this case, my heart was like, no, all these need to be said. And it's so funny because everything is like exactly what we were talking about. Okay, so we have the Sorcerer. I'm going to explain I like to explain like the whole like picture together, but I just want to show you. We have the Andean cross reversed. Okay, so right away, these two together. Now, here's the other thing. If you know these cards, there might be even more messages for you. But I sometimes, I see in the comments, they're like, well, I thought this card meant this. I'm reading the energy right now. So I don't like to use the part of my brain that has things memorized and regurgitated, because that's like a square and I'm a circle. So that's why my interpretation for you might be a little different than like what the guidebook says, for example. Anyway, so these two immediately together, the Andean cross reversed is this feeling of it's not time for you to execute this next phase of like your destiny. It's kind of like just rest and bide your time right now. And I feel like that goes so well with what we were talking about. It's like maybe you have like your eyes on the prize of like whatever, but the message here is like, chill, be the jaguar. Look at the jaguar. The jaguar's not, going like crazy and like doing all a million things. The jaguar is like sitting there watching. Where's my meal at? No. No. The jaguar's chilling. Jaguar's like cool as a cucumber, cool as a cat. And then when it's the right time, then the jaguar pounces. I feel like you're learning. I feel like you've also had lives on Mars. Because again, this Mars energy of like impulsive and like, I gotta go for it. Be the jaguar. Be the jaguar. Be the owl. But all this energy is like totally in line. Wise. This is you. This is like, I'm watching. I'm watching. So it's not like helpless and soft. It's like, again, that nothing's wrong with being soft, but I feel like you have a problem with that word being the word soft. Like I think that's why I'm correcting it. Okay, so then we have the Corn and Mystical Shaman both reversed. So again, let's say these were right side up. This message to me is you are wise enough to know that things need to grow and you need to watch them grow instead of like constantly watering it, constantly checking on it, constantly, you know what I'm saying? You're wise enough to know that these things need to grow. This reversed is you are wise enough, but you're not remembering that. And you're checking on it and you're obsessing about it and you're like, da, 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 you know what I mean? So it's just, and Sorcerer, now this card, It's like the difference between this one and the mystical shaman. Okay, so this is where how they came out. One's reversed, one's right side up. Sorcerer is like the young buck. Sorcerer is like, well, I got this power. I'm going to go for it, you know? And sometimes it can be kind of like illusion and like maybe it's not the right time to go for it, you know? I think that coming up, okay, so whatever month you're watching this in, this month feels like gather yourself and learn calmness and learn groundedness, because everything that you're wanting to achieve is coming up. But if you're so tired from constantly go, 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 you're not going to be able to make it through that Andean cross, you know? It's like you need all the strength you can muster for all the dreams that are coming to you in a few months. So rest now, like be strong, be smart, rest now. Because when that stuff comes, like you need to be ready for it. If you're not even going to see it if you don't rest. I'm telling you, you're not going to see it. There's so many opportunities coming for you and you're not going to see them because you're very headstrong focused on the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? So root back down, calm, be one, go out in nature, go be by water, get your water on. And then you'll feel a shift. I feel like you'll feel a shift within you and you'll be like, oh, that's what she was talking about, you know? Woo! This was your reading. Hope you enjoyed. You can do a private reading. Link is down below. Also, links to follow me on social media. Please like, subscribe, comment, leave a comment. Would love to hear what happened for you guys in the reading, what you thought about it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.